Okay, let me ask you something. When did optimism become a dirty word? I mean, seriously, when did we, as an audience, get to the point where a show like Ted Lasso comes back and feels aggressive? That's the vibe I got watching the new season. And trust me, I'm not saying this lightly. I binged the first 2 seasons like everyone else, laughing at the fish out of water jokes, crying at the therapy sessions, and pretending I understood the soccer parts. But this new season? It's like Ted Lasso showed up to a party where everyone's already drunk on cynicism and just forgot the dress code. Let me unpack that X analogy from the article for a second. The writer compares seeing Ted again to running into an ex who used to bake you biscuits but also drove you nuts. I get it. But here's the twist: what if the show's problem isn't Ted himself, but the fact that the world around him feels fake? Like, the first seasons asked us to believe in miracles, like a magical penalty kick that goes to heaven. But in 2024, are we still buying that? Personally, I think the show's schmaltz is clashing with reality harder than ever. We've had a pandemic, global crises, and a million doom-scrolling hours since the last season. Ted's relentless positivity doesn't feel charming now, it feels like gaslighting. Now, the article mentions those borderline idiotic set pieces like the "so long, farewell" rendition. But here's what many people don't realize: those moments worked before because they leaned into the absurdity. They weren't trying to be profound. They were comfort food. The problem now is the show hasn't evolved. It's still serving casserole when we're all craving something spicier, something that acknowledges the mess. Ted's folksy charm was a bomb in 2021. In 2024, it's like someone handed you a teddy bear at a funeral. Inappropriate, right? What this really suggests to me is a bigger disconnect in storytelling. Audiences are tired of forced joy. We want flawed heroes, messy resolutions, and realism. Ted Lasso's writers seem stuck in a pre-2020 time warp, churning out believe in kindness platitudes while the world burns. And that's the paradox: the show's greatest strength, its warmth, is now its weakness. Because if you take a step back and think about it, why should we care about a magical penalty kick when real-life goals feel so much harder to score? So here's my closing thought: Ted Lasso isn't just struggling with a comeback, it's struggling with relevance. The question isn't whether Ted's heart is in the right place. The question is whether heart alone can carry a story in an era where everyone's emotionally armored up. Maybe the bigger issue isn't Ted. Maybe it's us. Or maybe the show needs to stop baking biscuits and start asking harder questions. What do you think?